Good afternoon and welcome back to another ironic introduction to another video. This is my Abyss of Legends Path 2, the pre-planning stage. My Path 2 is planned for August 15th. I'm gonna say tentatively 10 a.m. give or take Eastern Standard Time. Don't hold me to a set time, I can only confirm a set date. It really just comes down to sleeping, etc. That said, there is a link to this spreadsheet in the description below. You do have to scroll down to the bottom or use the tabs at the bottom because I have Path 1 and Path 2 both in the spreadsheet if you're trying to follow along. I'm going to be bringing Aegon, Symbiote Supreme, and Dr. Doom, Human Torch, and Nick Fury. On Path 2, you still kind of sort of have a dead slot. Like if you have all of the optimal champions, you don't have to double up on Mystics. And so I could slot Heimdall for the Collector fight, but after doing my first path, I decided I wanted to see what it was like to have Sim Supreme and Doom for some of these fights, since for some of them I think Sim Supreme is vastly superior, and for others I think Doom is vastly superior. And I just kind of wanted to see what kind of a revive trade-off I'm looking at on the Collector, because that's really where Heimdall came in clutch. So that said, for the first fight, I'm looking at Darkhawk. I'll be using Aegon, probably ramping up Aegon just for a little bit. I'll keep on resetting this fight until I get maybe like 100 to 150 on Aegon to start. I just want to begin that charge ramp up because I really need him at 999 later on in the path. After that, I'll switch to Human Torch, and I'll just finish Darkhawk with Human Torch. For Luke Cage, I will be using Aegon. I just got to intercept periodically. This is going to be a revive-intensive fight, but that is okay with me because it will let me have like more roster selectivity down the line. For Dormammu, I'll be bringing Human Torch. I'll be turning Dexterity off, so I'm going to need people to like spam me out and say, hey, turn Dexterity on once I've defeated Dormammu. Mephisto, I'll be using Human Torch as well. For Brie Larson, I'll bring Doom. Ghost, Iron Man Infinity War. Sorry, for Ghost, I'll bring Aegon. For Iron Man Infinity War, I just personally have a lot better success with Human Torch, so I'll be using Torch. For Joe Fixit, I'll use Aegon. Mordo and Deadpool Red, I'll use Human Torch. Those should be relatively free fights. For Korg, I'll use Aegon if Aegon is not 999. Otherwise, I plan on using Doom because it is the Taskmaster fight that I need Aegon at 999. Now, I can still do the Taskmaster fight and kind of ramp Aegon up here, but eventually Taskmaster will go stun immune, essentially after he's taken 10 debuffs that's just built into his kit. So I want Aegon at 999 so that I can attack through like with unblockable attacks. Should make it a lot easier. But after that, just kind of build up to like 60 or 70 combos in my hit. Special 1 spam, and that Taskmaster should burn down super fast. For Modoc, I plan on using Aegon / Nick Fury. If Aegon works for me, I'll use him, but I'm going to try Nick Fury first so that I can bypass the entire node mechanic. Sometimes me and Nick, we just don't get along though. For Howard the Duck, I'll be using Aegon. Hyperion, I'll be using Doom. For the champion, I'll be using Symbiote Supreme. I just think it's an easier matchup. Green Goblin, I'll be using Nick Fury. I would love alternative options here because if I don't have to bring Nick for this path, it would really free up a slot as well. But like no matter how much I looked, I really can't find a better option than Nick Fury as far as damage output and ease of use. Like Nick Fury just wrecks this fight, so I think that's who I'll be using. For Mr. Sinister, I'll be bringing Human Torch. Should be a relatively easy reverse healing as long as I'm baiting those special ones. For Punisher 2099, I'll be using Aegon. This will probably either be a healing intensive or a revive intensive fight, but I'm expecting a lot of block damage here. For Loki, I'll bring Aegon, easy fight. For Aegon, I'm using Sim Supreme. This time I know what's happening, so I need to like let the Furies fall off and then hit Aegon 6 times to rebuild those stack of Furies, and then I need to back off and then throw my special 3 because if you're throwing your special 3 mid combo, that ability accuracy reduction still sometimes like burns you even though it's not supposed to, so I need to make sure I do that properly, and that should work really well. For Invisible Woman, I'll use Nick Fury. Column Zidian, Sim Supreme, and then the Collector, Aegon all the way. And that's really where the question mark will come in, because now that I don't have Heimdall synergy planned, that fight's going to be a bit worse. So let me know what you think. I have notes, you know, kind of on the fights for the most part, nothing crazy. Path 2 definitely looks like it's got a little more frustration to it, but overall, honestly, isn't too bad. I just want to have closer to 10,000 or 11,000 units, just because I know where my skill level is, and I really, really want that big unit buffer, because I'm expecting a lot of these fights to be really revive intensive for me. That said, I hope you guys appreciate it. I can't wait to do my path on August 15th, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.